Hello everyone, Vinita this side. Welcome back to my channel. So in our previous video, we have little bit introduced the chapter Glimpses of India, Part 1, Baker from Goa. So here we do have a little bit introduction for the same chapter, Glimpses of India, but for the Part 2, Coorg. So before going to learn something, before going to understand something related with the chapter, I want to clear one thing to you that the lesson, the Korg, gives us a very beautiful insight of the smallest district of Karnataka and its people. This place has amazing weather throughout the year with enough rain during the monsoon season. Okay, the people of Coorg are known to be one of the bravest. Coffee is the main crop grown in this region. A variety of animals can be found here, while the place is surrounded by beautiful Brahmgiri hills, islands, and Tibetan settlements. The chapter Korg is a descriptive writing about the famous hill station in South India, Coorg, in the district of is the district of Karnataka state. It describes the Corgi lifestyles, like the people, those who are uh, related with the Corg, uh, उनको Corgi बोला जाता है. So it describes the Corgi lifestyle, the people, their culture, their traditions, and the natural beauty and various attractions that the place provides for tourists. The bravery of the Corgi men, their ancestry, and traditional costume have been discussed elaborately. So we can say that in this, the writer describes the hill station Coorg that was located in the Western Ghats in the state of Karnataka. It is located midway between Bangalore and Mangalore, and the suitable time to visit Coorg is from September to March. The place is famous for coffee plantations and spices. There are abundant rainforests which cover 30% of the area. The Corgi men are brave warriors who are permitted to keep firearms without a license due to their trustworthiness. The women of Korg are pretty. Korg is also known as Kudavu and the Kudavas. So, the are Hindus by religion, but their customs different from those of mainstream Hindus. They marry within their community. Kudavas are said to be Greek or Arabic descent. Some soldiers of Alexander's army settled there, and also as the ethnic dress of that person's kufiya is similar to the Arab garments kufiya. It is said that maybe their ancestors were Arabs or Kurds. The river Kaveri originates from Coorg. The fish named Mahasar, Mahesar is found in the river, and many animals and birds like kingfisher, langur, squirrels, and elephants can be supported along with the river. Tourists relax in the serene atmosphere and also enjoy adventure sports like river rafting, rappelling, mountain biking, rock climbing, and trekking. And seriously, the major tourist attractions are Brahmgiri Hills. Nisam, Nisargam Island, and Coorg gives visitors a feel of India's diverse culture. So, in brief, if I want to tell you something about the chapter, about this part, तो जो लेखक है वो कर्नाटक राज्य में जो पश्चिम घाट में स्थित कुछ कुर्ग नाम के हिल स्टेशन के बारे में वर्णन कर रहा है। कुर्ग ये मैंगलोर और बेंगलोर के बीच में एक जगह है। सो कुर्ग घूमने का एक उपयुक्त जो टाइम है, सुटेबल टाइम है, दैट वाज इन द बिटवीन ऑफ सितंबर टू मार्च, एंड द प्लेस वाज वेरी फेमस फॉर कॉफी के बागान और स्पाइसेस मसालों के लिए, एंड 30% क्षेत्र जो है इसमें भरपूर मात्रा में बारिश रहती है। यहाँ के जो पुरुष हैं वो बहुत योद्धा हैं जिन्हें उनकी विश्वसनीयता के कारण बिना लाइसेंस के फायर आर्म्स रखने की अनुमति जो है वो डेफिनेटली उनको दी होती है। महिलाएं यहाँ की बहुत खूबसूरत हैं। कुर्ग को कोडावो और कोडावर्स के नाम से भी जाना जाता है। हालांकि धर्म से वो हिंदू हैं, लेकिन उनके जो रीति रिवाज है, जो रिचुअल्स है ना, दैट वाज कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम दैट। ओके, ये अपने खुद की कम्युनिटी के बीच में ही जो है वो मैरिजेस पॉसिबल है इनकी करनी। एंड कोडावर्स को ग्रीक और अरबी मूल भी कहा जाता है। सिकंदर की सेना के कुछ सैनिक जो है वो वहीं बस गए थे। उसके अलावा कोडावर्स की जातीय पोशाक के रूप में कुपिया अरब परिधान कुफिया के समान है। ऐसा कहा जाता है कि शायद उनके पूर्वज अरब और कुर्द थे। सो कावेरी नदी कुर्ग से निकलती है, एंड महासीर नाम की जो मछली है वो इस नदी में मोस्टली जो है वो पाई जाती है। So here we do have the little bit introduction. I think you have understood the completely. So now what was actually given here? Come back to the slide. Coorg is mountainous district in Karnataka. कर्नाटका में एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट है पहाड़ों पर्वतों से भरा हुआ कुर्ग, अबाउट 100 किलोमीटर वेस्ट ऑफ मैसूर सिटी, जो मैसूर सिटी के 100 किलोमीटर वेस्ट में है कुछ, एंड द वेस्ट ऑफ कुर्ग इज वेस्टर्न घाट, और कुर्ग का वेस्ट है उसको वेस्टर्न घाट के नाम से बोला जाता है। एंड कुर्ग ऑफिशियली नोन एज कुगाडू is known as the Scotland of India. The district is Coorg. Coorg is known as the Scotland of India also. उसको Scotland of India भी बोला जाता है. It is well known for its breathtakingly exhaustive scenery and lush greenery. वो बहुत फेमस है, सांस सांसों को लेने वाली जो सीनरी है, मतलब इतना अच्छा एटमोस्फेयर एंड लश ग्रीनरी, और बिल्कुल हरियाली, हरी भरी हरियाली, इसके लिए बहुत फेमस जगह है। फॉरेस्ट कवर्ड हिल्स, जंगलों ने पहाड़ियों को बिल्कुल कवर कर रखा है। स्पाइस एंड कॉफी प्लांटेशंस ओनली एड टू द लैंडस्केप, और वहां की जमीन पर एक कॉफी की प्लांटेशंस होती हैं और स्पाइस यानी कि मसालों की होती है। कॉफी के बागान है और मसालों की जो है वो खेती वहां पर हमेशा ही होती है। It is a small and beautiful mountain district and is well known in world for coffee and its brave warriors, men and women serving in all the services. एक छोटा सा बहुत सुंदर सा पहाड़ पर्वतों से बना एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, एंड इज वेल नोन, और वो बहुत ही वेल नोन है, मतलब मीन्स टू से कि बहुत फेमस है, बहुत प्रसिद्ध है पूरे संसार में अपनी कॉफी के लिए। एंड एज वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस इन द इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट कि यहाँ के जो लोग हैं ना, तो मेनली जो जेंट्स हैं, दे आर वेरी ब्रेव वॉरियर्स। वो एक बहुत बहादुर योद्धा के समान है। जो भी काम, जो भी सर्विसेज वो यहाँ पर देते हैं ना, फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट we are completely able to understand, like seriously they are very brave. I hope you will understand this point. Nextly, about their culture. Coorg have unique traditions and rituals. उनके कुछ अलग ही ट्रेडिशंस हैं और अलग ही कुछ रिचुअल्स हैं. Although they are considered in the Hindu community only, but their traditions and their rituals are completely different. So what are the difference? Like traditional Kurgis dress, उनकी जो ड्रेस है, डांस, उम्मत आर्ट, हार्वेस्ट फेस्टिवल, उनका जो लाइक यहाँ पर हम लोग हार्वेस्ट फेस्टिवल बैसाखी सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, उनका कुछ और है, पुथारी. एंड वर्कशिप द वेपन्स, वो अपने हथियारों की भी पूजा करते हैं. Kayapot festival. So these are different rituals. They are having their they had their different traditions. And from the second half, if of the slide, if we come to know, the people of Coorg are of Greek or Arabic descent. ये जो लोग हैं कुर्ग के आर ऑफ ग्रीक और अरेबिक डिसेंट, वो ग्रीक या अरेबिक हैं. उनके अंदर जो डिसेंट है, जो लुक है, जो एक्सेंट है बात करने का, that was completely related with the Greek or Arabic. According to a story, a part of Alexander army did not return and was settled there. एक कहानी के अकॉर्डिंग अलेक्जेंडर की आर्मी के कुछ सैनिक जो है वो वहीं सेटल्ड हो गए थे, वहां से वापस नहीं आए थे. दे मैरिड अमंग द लोकल्स, उन्होंने वहां के रहने वाले लोगों में ही आपस में विवाह कर लिया था. एंड देयर कल्चर कैन बी सीन इन द मार्शल ट्रेडिशंस, मैरिज एंड रिलीजियस कस्टम्स. और उनके वहाँ के जो संस्कृति है ना, वो वहाँ के ट्रेडिशंस में उनके मैरिजेस फंक्शन या कोई इवेंट होता है, कोई भी रिलीजियस कस्टम्स होते हैं, वहाँ पे यूजुअली जो है वो हमें देखने को मिलते हैं, उनके जो रिचुअल्स हैं. And according to the another story, Kurd people are originate from the Arabs. कि जो कुर्ग के जो लोग हैं ना, जो स्टार्ट हुए थे, originated हुए थे, वो अरब से हुए थे. So it is evident from the long black coat worn by the people known as kufiya. ये सबूत देता है, ये जो पिक्चर हम देख रहे हैं, in that the person who was wearing a long black coat. So that is a traditional dress of Arabs, and it will be named as Kupia. So that's why by this evidence we come to know about that. Like if it is possible, it can be also possible. Like Coorg people are originate from Arabs only. I think you will understand. Nextly, now Coorg regiment, Sena, Sipahi, Coorg has produced not just the finest blends of Arabica and Robusta coffee, but its habitants, the Kodavas, have given India some of the most decorated army officers. अब कोर्ग ना ही सिर्फ अपने जो कॉफी के बागान हैं अरेबिका और रोबुस्टा, सिर्फ उनके लिए ही नहीं फेमस, बल्कि वो जो निवास स्थान है ना गोदावश का, उसने इंडिया को बहुत सारे माने हुए आर्मी ऑफिसर्स जो है वो प्रोवाइड किए हैं. बिकॉज एज वी ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कि वहाँ के लोग जो है वो क्या होते थे, बहुत ज्यादा मतलब ब्रेव हैं, तो वहाँ के लोगों ने बहुत आर्मी ऑफिसर्स जो है वो निकल कर आए हैं. एंड कर्नाटका's Kodagu district becomes only place in India to have 3 lieutenant generals serving in army. और कर्नाटका का कोडागु डिस्ट्रिक्ट में एक ऐसी ही वो जगह है इंडिया में जिसमें 3 लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल जो है वो सेम एक ही जगह से बिलोंग करते हैं. सो वी डू हैव 3 पिक्चर्स इन दैट. फील्ड मार्शल Kodandera M. Kripa, one of the Indian Army's most decorated generals, and he was the first Indian Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Army. Next, Lieutenant General Ponappa is the junior most who joined the army in June 1985. Next, General Kodandera S. Himaya was chief of the Indian Army, secured Ladakh for India during the Kashmir War of 1948. जिसने सिक्योर किया था लद्दाख में इंडिया के लिए। अ, जब कश्मीर के साथ झगड़ा हुआ था, वो युद्ध हुआ था 1948 में, जब कश्मीर वॉर हुआ था। So these are the famous lieutenant generals that was there at the time who was serving in army, and these three are from the same area, same place. Okay, so we can say that in that all the males, all the person are seriously very brave like soldiers. Nextly, tourist attraction. Nisar Dhama Ecological Park is tucked between a lush coverage of bamboo groves and the Screen Kaveri River. So, if we are talking about the tourist attraction from that, so we can say that Nisarg Dhama Ecological Park. So, I think you have heard about this park, Nisarg Dhama Ecological Park. So, if we just want to know something about that, an ecological park that is tucked between Nisargdhama is a breathtaking and beautiful island off the state highway just 2 kilometers from Kushalnagar town and around 30 kilometers from Madhigiri, an ecological park for young and old and a paradise for the future for the nature lovers it has a small snake house, a deer park, boating and elephant ride. As you can see from the picture only, like we do have boating also, elephant riding also, and snake house and deer park. A 64-acre island with the Kaveri River flowing by can be accessed by walking across a hanging bridge, या एक हैंगिंग ब्रिज से हम इसको क्रॉस करते हैं. If you feel like having a relaxed time in a quiet and peaceful environment, so Nisargdhama is the place. It gives immense pleasure to all the nature loving tourists. So Nisargdhama has a forest department run rest house. Yes, so it was completely filled with lush foliage of thick bamboo groves, and elephant rides and boating are some of the other attractions. So this place is for one who want to spend a nice time in a green with family. So there are only also tree houses, boating, and other activities conducted around this place. Okay, I think you will understand what was actually exact point in that. So the park is huge, and apparently the bridge which crosses a river leading to the park is broken, and so there is a bit of walk from the car park to the actual park under the sun. So combined with the amount of walking inside, it is very tiring, especially in summer. So there is a deer park with some lovely deer families inside, but because of the heat, they were resting too, and we could not really see them frolic or playing. There is a bird park a little further inside, which is lovely, and who get to feed the birds and catch them. The pens are pretty large, and so it's disheartening to see them caged. Okay, so I think you will understand. So, what is actually given here for Nisarg Dhama? It was tucked between a lush coverage of bamboo groves and the scene of Kaveri River. and it is covered all over with a thick foliage cover of sandalwood. Sandalwood की जो है वो पेड़ों से घिरा हुआ है. Antique trees and bamboo groves. Here you can do, आपके पास यहाँ पे मेन अट्रैक्शन है, बोटिंग है, एलिफेंट राइडिंग है, साइट सीइंग है, रॉक क्लाइंबिंग है, आयुर्वेदिक स्पा है, एंड मेनी मोर थिंग्स आवर देयर. एग्जैक्टली तो जब हम किसी जगह पे विजिट करते हैं, देन ओनली वी गॉट टू नो अबाउट दैट. Nextly, a walk through the beautiful coffee plantation estates is one of the most wonderful things. A way through the beautiful coffee plantation estate in was अब एक वो रास्ता चलने का जो कॉफी प्लांटेशन स्टेट्स की तरफ estates की तरफ जाता है, that was also a wonderful thing to see. Nextly, we do have Barapol River is a famous wild river rafting destination in Coorg. Now we do have one new point like coffee plantation. That was also a very good space for visiting. Then we have Barapol River. Can you know something about Barapol River? Okay, so if we just want to learn something about, okay, so it is a famous wide river. एक नदी है, राफ्टिंग डेस्टिनेशन जहाँ पे राफ्टिंग होती है. Then could go for a professionally arranged trek. The Brahmgiri trek is delight with its myriad and offerings. So Brahmgiri, ये तो हमने सबने सुना ही होगा about Brahmgiri peak. In that Brahmgiri, it takes Brahmgiri trek. It takes more than 3 hours of an intense trek to reach the top of the Brahmgiri, which is about 1608-meter high, and trek begins from the forest. The forest department game shed at Trivunelli and is 10 kilometers long distance of walking. Okay. So there are two temples on this fort of the place, which is believed to be origin point of Godavari river, and from here the river flows till Ganga Dwar and then towards Kushavarth Tirth in Baksheshwar village, and one can reach the place as by an ascent of about 750 steps. Yeah. So in Brahmgiri trek difficulty level, yes, we do not feel any type of problem because it is easy to moderate. Okay, so I hope you will understand this. Any other point that you need to discuss? So, according to me, okay, nextly, what is actually what is what we can say about this point, this chapter? Okay, so only and only I just want to clear a single thing to you that Coorg is a very interesting place to visit, and always if we just want to be at a place of very silence and very quietness, very peaceful environment if we need, so we do the same thing with the students. Okay, take them quietly and yes, and then what we should do, yeah, we have to learn how to play, how to do, how to use the property of the tourist attraction or some other places. So I hope you will understand it. Yes, completely understand. Okay, so I hope you will understand it carefully. So thank you. Have a nice day.